Hey there. Are the Democrats the conservative party? If you want to talk about politics on a global scale, it can become confusing really quickly. Liberal, Labor, Conservative, Tory, Green, Blue. These labels get thrown around and adopted, and then they mutate, and they can mean wildly different things. For example, the Australian Liberal Party is pretty much the same as the U.S. Republican Party, and their Labor Party is their equivalent to the Democrats. Now, that may be an insult. All I know is that Labor is further to the left than Liberal in Australia. Now, for purposes of this conversation, I'll be using the terms as I learned them way back in AP US government. Conservative is someone who tries to maintain the status quo. Liberal is someone who tries to make changes in order to make progress. Now, for a while there in the U.S., it sure looked like the Republicans were the conservative party and the Democrats the liberal party. After all, the Democrats were the ones on the sides of allowing gay and trans people to serve openly in the military and participate in society without fear of discrimination. And the Republicans just want to punish that sort of person for existing. Democrats were the ones in favor of fighting racism and racist policies against black and brown people, where Republicans just want to punish that sort of person for existing. Democrats are in favor of keeping abortion safe and legal for anyone who gets pregnant. Republicans just want to punish that sort of person for existing, and so on. But the Democrats haven't really walked the walk in decades. The party understood the results of Nixon's Southern strategy, even if they didn't necessarily understand the cause, and they swung to the right. They became the conservative party. Now, ever since Clinton took office in 1992, the Democrats have been the weak, mealy-mouthed party of hand-wringing and compromise. They've been struggling desperately to keep things quiet and peaceful and not actually change anything. They've been fighting to keep things the way they are, fighting to keep the rich rich, keep the middle class comfortable, and keep the poor quiet. But what about Obamacare? Yeah, the wildly progressive action that was the centerpiece of the Obama presidency, his left-wing legacy. Now, the member states of the United Kingdom put national health services in place in the years immediately following World War II. And those are actual socialized medicine, fully funded government programs that serve the entire population. Obamacare is a slight modification to our god-awful private healthcare systems that forces everyone to join and forces all health plans to accept them and forces all plans to cover all conditions. Now, don't get me wrong, Obamacare is a step up from the system we had before. It's a step closer to the system we should have. But it's a pro-corporate, privatized version of a program that was successfully enacted 70 years earlier and is simply not progressive. Obamacare is a patch on a profit-driven system, not actual socialized healthcare. It's incredibly conservative. Now, I've already made my feelings clear on the Republicans, but I'll reiterate. They're the fascist party. They're trying to destroy every bit of social progress humanity has ever made. They're trying to take us back to feudalism, where you are either an aristocrat or a slave. They're trying to make changes, but they're certainly not trying to make progress. And to reiterate again, we need a genuine leftist movement in the United States. We need an actual counter to fascism. We need democratic socialism, and it needs to recognize the reality on the ground.